we said in our consultation as well. I mean, we can see some visible inflammation around your cheeks and a bit on the chin. So definitely something kind of, your barrier is a bit more compromised. So let's move to the next one. So now here we have more texture on the skin, we have more, to see if we have any open pores, any visible pores, any congestion, any dehydration.
Hello everybody, that's just me wiping Marmite off the corner of my mouth because I'm here in the brightest part of the house, which isn't very bright at all on this gloomy grey day, to do a skin chat. I'm really enjoying talking about skin on the internet because lots of you are also commenting saying it's like something that you not struggle with but find changing a lot as you go through your like late 20s, early 30s as well. Had a facial, as you saw, at Fefasal, which is a treatment that I am gifted, but I have paid for it before, and it is brilliant. It's in Fitzrovia in London, and this isn't sponsored by them or anything, but they have offered to do like a few treatments with me so that I could share it with you guys to see what works. The crux of it also being that if it's a hormonal issue, which I think my skin is, the work has to come from within, basically, and there's only so much they can do. But I had that facial that I showed you 2 days ago. I've got some concealer on under my eye, but other than that, I don't have anything on. This is an old spot that refuses to go. Well, it's just kind of left a mark. I had a bad one on my neck, which I think I showed you last video. That one was there yesterday. But overall, my skin is so much better. There is like, they do like this face scan thing, which is really useful. And you can see where your skin barrier is weak and compromised. And she was explaining that that can be a lot to do with a lot of things like drinking, hormones, gut health, stuff like that. It's not necessarily actually just what's happening on the surface of your skin, but where my cheeks are red, which is also where I'm getting like breakouts there that they're not ever spots that come to a head. They're like rashy kind of spots, will be because my skin barrier is compromised in some way. So yeah, the facial that was the welcome facial that I had that you saw. They do loads of extractions if you like stuff like that, which I really do. And I'm also going to try some laser treatment, bearing in mind I've got really, really sensitive skin. So I had a patch test, which was all fine, but I'm excited to sort of see how it changes it. Also, I've still been taking the DIM supplement that I bought when I was in New York, which I think has been helping as well. I'm like middle of my cycle at the moment, but my pre-period breakout was not as bad as it has been in the past. So I'm hoping we're making some progress. It's also just like winter skin, isn't it? Like, it's never ever as nice as it is in the summer, for me anyway. But I'm hoping it's kind of helpful talking about it. While we're on the topic, if anyone knows any lip balms that get rid of scars, you let me know that one as well. But yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better about it, and I think the texture of it overall is really good, but I'm interested to see what happens like throughout this month as I get closer to like the end of my cycle, essentially. And I was going to say something else about skin, hormones, extractions. I also want to like talk about skin and skincare stuff within a way that's really realistic within my own lifestyle and the parameters of the changes that I would and would not be willing to make. Like, I know if I cut out drinking altogether that my skin will probably improve drastically, and I think drinking is probably the main thing that I will notice. Like, obviously it makes your skin puffier, you're just slightly more inflamed and stuff, but for where I'm at right now in my life, like, I get so much joy out of going out for a drink with friends, and that doesn't mean excessive drinking or anything, just going and having a couple of pints or whatever. And also, especially when I'm in New York and I'm like constantly trying to make new friends and meet new people, and it is really bad that drinking is such a big part of that, but I also am just somebody that enjoys sitting down and having a drink. And for this point in my life, never say never, I would actually rather in some ways have the odd breakout and have that part of my lifestyle. So I like sort of want this conversation around skin to be realistic's the wrong word, because it's also really realistic to cut out drinking and make that lifestyle choice, and obviously so many merits to that, but just within the own parameters of how I'm living my life at the moment, what actually makes me happy, and part that is having like a very flourishing social life and meeting new people and like going to new bars and things like that. I absolutely love doing that. And I really, like I was saying to the facialist at Fefisal, like I don't want to cut that bit out, because she was like, we could do all the treatments in the world, but if it's like something internal, just like some balance internally, if it is a hormonal thing, like nothing will actually change anything that much. You'll get like a short-term glow after the facial, but the issues will remain. And yeah, so I just sort of wanted to also mention that within talking about skincare, that I know there's a lot that I probably could be doing to better my skin if I wanted to in terms of lifestyle choices. But if I'm honest, I'd rather sometimes have a bit of a puffy face in the odd spot and be going out and meeting new people and having a really, really good time. And that there's no right or wrong in that, in my opinion. That's just where I'm at in my life right now. And that won't be that way forever. And it might even be that way in 6 months' time. But for now, it's just like a realistic appraisal of how I feel about certain things. So that's that. We'll keep updating. Throughout this vlog, I'll be like coming into the week that I'm due on. For the app that I use to track this as well, the one that I like to use and pay for is Clue. I can't remember how much it is. You pay like it yearly, or I did. And you can track so many different things in it every single day. So I really like that. I recommend that one if anyone was wanting like a period tracking app. Anyway, it's Thursday the 16th of November. It's 12:10. I am flying to New York tomorrow. So this vlog is going to span both places. I've got to pack and then unpack, and thought like just really excited to get there and have my little routine, like going to Trader Joe's and getting all the food in the house and stuff. Certain things like that. The novelty of going to an American supermarket has not worn off for me yet. Hope it never will. And yeah, I'm just working from home today and also wearing lots of bits from Mejuri, who are sponsoring this video. I've been wearing this ring I was wearing like a month or so ago. They sent me this a few months ago. These two I've been wearing non-stop and getting lots of compliments on them. This one's gold and silver, and this one's silver squiggly wiggly. Kind of got it on an unfortunate finger to show you that on its own, but I love them. I'm really into like big chunky silver rings at the moment. And I've also got, I got those 2 new piercings in New York. They're healing really well, actually. They're sore like if I brush my hair and catch them, which is the main time that I catch them. But they're, touch wood, healing really well. And then I replaced all of my hoops with these gold ones, which I really, 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 really like. And I think in time I would quite like to have 2 gold hoops in those too, and just have it all gold. And then every now and then change out the bottom one. But you need to wait for these to heal. You really mustn't put a hoop through a fresh piercing, because all the bacteria gets in it so much more. And these are going really well. But I do really like these 2 little sparkly diamond studs. But yeah, these hoops are great, aren't they? I'll link everything in the description box. Also, as of today and for the next 7 days until the 27th of November, Mejuri have a very big sale on, the biggest sale of the year, where you get 20% off all orders with a minimum spend, which is £100 or $150. And yeah, it's on for a whole week. So if there's anything that you like that I'm wearing, I've worn so many different Mejuri things over the years. I'm also going to link that I used to wear all the time. I have them right here actually, the thicker hoops. These ones. I still really like these ones. If you want other little gold hoops, I'll just hold it up to my ear so you can see the little short, thicker ones. I'll link those as well. I'll just link all my favourites, including the ones that I'm wearing, and like some of their chain bracelets that I really love too. So I'll link everything in the description box. And yes, it is 20% off with a minimum spend, £100, $150. I'll write all of that in the description box as well. But yeah, you know that I'm a long time Mejuri fan, and I know that lots of you are too. That would have been going so well, talking about how well they're healing. But yeah, they're great. These 2 together are really, really great. Loving gold and silver at the moment, because I'm sort of still hanging on to lots of my favourite gold pieces, but enjoying introducing bits of silver here and there as well. I'm going to go for a sneeze. Right guys, I'm just getting ready to go out. I've just got spilt all over myself. I'm going to a jazz show at, wait for it, Pizza Express. I didn't know this, but Pizza Express have like restaurants throughout London that host jazz nights, of all places. So I'm going there tonight, and I've just moisturised my face using the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. This is really nice. I've heard so many people talk about it. I've just started trying it. I'm going to give it a week probably to keep trying it to make sure nothing insane happens with the skin. I'm just going to moisturise using my natural deodorant that I'm still loving. The violet flavoured one is in New York still, so this is the Orange Grove one. It's so nice. I love it. These were sent to me, but I'm 100% going to be purchasing these more often. That's all rubbed in. And oh gosh, I'm gonna put some makeup on. I've been like sorting out a bit in the spare room and found some makeup that I haven't tried yet. So I thought that we could do that. I'm just gonna turn on slightly creepy music. And right, so we're moisturised. Well, I still feel a bit dry, but I think it is just the cold and the weather which is wreaking havoc, if you will. And I'm going to start with some concealer. Right, Glossier Stretch Concealer, always. Oh God, I'm really getting through this. On a big fluffy brush, this one's from Merit. And I'm just going to put that like on my chin where I get redness, on this spot here. Is that a spot or a freckle? That's a very stubborn freckle. That's a spot, okay. Oh well, and then where my cheeks are a little bit red and rosy, because that's only going to get more intense when I step outside into the world. I can't wait to go back to New York. If you guys ever have, sometimes people leave comments like, oh, can you explain more about splitting your life? And yes, I can, but can you, if you don't mind, if you want to know more, please ask specific questions, because it's a very, very, very broad question, essentially. But I've been doing it for, I've got my t-shirt on inside out, just realised. I've been doing it for 2 years now, over 2 years. And I'd say it took me about 18 months to kind of, I always enjoyed it, but to get used to it. Quite a bit of like emotional acrobatics sometimes to mentally hold two places in your mind at once as home and build. It's very hard to make them feel exactly the same as home. So like London to me is a lot more effortless. I know more people here. I don't have to worry as much about having social plans or feeling lonely. Work's busier here. Whereas New York is definitely a challenge. Like if I run into a weekend and realise I don't have any plans, I will be a bit like, oh, ooh, what's that going to feel like? Hang on, I need to get something. Right, I'm back. I've got the Merit Bronzing Balm in the shade Leo, which looks a bit scary, but let's try. I'm going to use that same brush I just used. Yeah, like if I realise I've not got any plans in New York on a weekend, I'll be more aware of it. And it's taken like a lot more work there to be comfortable to just like have a night in or sit and chill in my apartment or whatever. But like if I'm honest, I just am still enjoying the challenge of it, and I'm not ready to, you know, just be in one place basically. And that means either of them. Like I love both London and New York so much. I'm so fortunate to have a job that allows me to be in both. And it very much feels like one of those things that if I don't do it now, then when would I ever get to do this? So I'm really, really fortunate with it. But yeah, London overall is like a more of an effortless experience for me, whereas New York, like I'm still constantly like making an effort to make new friends and meet new people. And whereas here I sort of, you know, sometimes feel the opposite, like I've not got enough time to see all the people that I want to see, which is also very, very fortunate. But yeah, I was going to put on my eyelids and thought better of it. I definitely am so welcoming the challenge and it feeling so far out of my comfort zone. And in the past year especially, I think since I've had the apartment, have noticed like huge progress in myself and how I feel when I'm there. And like last time I was there, I found it really easy to have a night in, which sounds really obvious, but like it is a really, really lonely city, and where I live is really noisy. So you're just like constantly hearing people being out and having fun. Really aware of it if you want a part of that. And because it's quite a brutal city to live in, I do feel like you need to let off steam quite regularly, I'd say. And I don't mean like go and have a big bender or anything like that, but definitely like socialise and sit and enjoy the benefits that New York gives you, which is just like an endless array of things to do, even if that just is exploring different areas of it, going to different bars all the time, which, if I'm honest, I don't do enough of. I kind of end up going to the same places, but there's also a lot of joy in that. But I do want to make sure I don't fall into the habit of that too much. But yeah, if you've got any specific questions about things, I think I'll get a lot of stuff about visa questions. And basically, I can't really advise on that too much. If you want to go to New York or live in America, it's different state by state as well. But like you get a visa for the state that you are in. I just recommend you doing some research online and then finding an immigration lawyer, because it's an absolute minefield to work out how to do it. And yeah, it's pretty complicated. So I won't be able to answer lots of visa questions if that is what you were about to type away. But anything else, I'm more than happy to answer in the next video. I'm just using Jones Road Miracle Balm in Au Naturel, which I love. It's like the dewiest, most natural highlighter I've ever used. This looks like quite a nice base, I think. I'm gonna put a bit of blush on. Merit again, the Flush Balm Cheek Colour. I love these, in Beverly Hills. That's where I want to be. Just on my cheeks. This is like a really natural one. You might take this out to have on my lips as well. So yeah, basically the long and short of that, and that was the long of it, is that I'm really looking forward to going back. And I've had a really lovely time in London when I'm here, and that is a very, very lovely and lucky feeling indeed. Okay, I've got this eyeshadow palette from Guerlain. Is that how you say that brand? I think it is. All nice brown shades. Let's take its little lid off. Oh, okay, that's just those I've got in there. Maybe a bit too brown. This is like very peachy. I'm not sure how that's gonna look, but let's try a bit. It's quite nice making an effort with your makeup in the winter when you look and feel like shit. Just so like dull, isn't it, all the time? Your skin, or mine is anyway, I don't want to speak for all of you. And then yeah, after this I'm gonna get dressed, and then got to get on the Central line, so I'm gonna have a bit of a long walk to Bethnal Green, because I fancy a walk and listen to some shouty music. And it's really cold, but once you get a move on. Right, that's done fuck all. Let's try, this brown looks quite brown. Let's try it though. There's one way to find out, isn't there? Got a tiny bit of brown in the corner. I have quite hooded eyelids, so like anything winged and smoky I've never ever been able to master, no matter how many things I see on TikTok or YouTube back in the day telling me how to do it. It's just, it's not my makeup look. Sorry, I just looked directly in the light for a minute. Yeah, really not my makeup look, unfortunately, but that's okay. Each to our own. Right, I look slightly like I've been punched in both eyes, but maybe it's all going to come together when I add some mascara. Let's all hope anyway. I'm also going to use a Merit mascara. I've just run out of my Glossier Lash Slick, which is my favourite one. But I like it because it's a very, very, very natural one. But again, kind of a nice summer feeling one, whereas I do feel like I need a bit more slap on during the winter months. So let's give this a go. I've not used this one before. This is their Clean Lash Lengthening Tubing Mascara. That makes them quite easy to get off, doesn't it? Oh yeah, it's way more like impactful than the Glossier one. Oh, that has like pulled the whole look together a little bit, hasn't it? The very basic thing that I am really excited to get back to New York for is that you get so many more days of blue sky. Like, it can be fucking freezing, but you get a blue sky, and honestly, it just, the difference it makes to your mental health and overall mood. London is constantly grey, and obviously it's so dark early and late, and it's just a shit part of winter that we all have to deal with, obviously. And then you get like the same daylight hours in New York, but the blue skies for when it is actually the daytime makes such a difference to how you feel. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm gonna put some of that Merit blush on my lips. It's so natural, this. Like, so natural. It kind of evens out that scar a little bit. And then I'm just put some fragrance on. I've been using the, what is that noise? Oh, just me kicking something about the floor. This Armani Santal one. So nice. Okay. Let's get dressed. Insane angle to record at, but as you can see, we're on charge. Wearing, I also got my Dear Francis boots, but I just changed these total flat ones at the last minute from Tod's. Levi's, this jacket from Arket, which is new and I love. This belt is Arket, I think you guys will really like it. It's like a double width belt, it's really nice. Phoebe Philo, AD, Philippa K, Majuri Jewels, and this is it. Ready to go. The least flattering angle I think I've ever filmed anything in. My makeup looks nice though, I think. If I do say so myself. We made it. I'm in New York. Oh, I've been up since 5:15, which isn't too bad jet lag wise, because I went to bed probably at like 11:30, so, and I slept a bit on the flight. But we're here. Ow, what just hit my head? Made it. I am looking very sleepy. I've also had my fringe cut quite short, which I'm really liking. So once I'm up and styled properly, I will show you that. And I'm just sat listening to a record that I love. I'll link it in the description box. It was off this playlist that I found on TikTok that's called Ambient Jazz, which I'll also link because I listen to it all the time. And this particular record is the album artwork of the playlist. Sorry, I just stopped recording by accident. I got it as a birthday present, and I love it. So I've just got my diptyque candle on. I'm just sat reading. I'm currently reading this, Study for Obedience by Sarah Bernstein. It's quite a nice short one. I read a lot of it on the plane yesterday, and I'm really enjoying it. So I'm hoping to actually finish that book today. And this one I'm gonna go to Trader Joe's and get some bits. This is like my bedding in routine. Trader Joe's. I had a friend was staying here, so the house is full of flowers already, which is very, very lovely. So we don't need to get flowers, which is normally one of my little routines. Go get a coffee at my favourite coffee shop and have a walk around. Hopefully going to meet Anna Newton and her husband for brunch this morning. And then I'm gonna get my nails done. I've got lots of bits to shoot over the weekend, and all of it probably requires me looking a little bit more put together than I look right now. But yeah, that's today's plan. And then I'm going out for drinks this evening with my friend Hannah again. It's a really nice day, and it feels so good to be back. I love waking up here so much. The novelty, I don't even know if it's a novelty, I think it's just something I love. It still is bringing me so much joy all the time. Skin update, spot, and a few more, but I'm 2 weeks off being due on my period and have just caught a flight, so hard to know if it's hormones or flights at this point as well. I'm on my way out in a very autumnal outfit. Short fringe on the go, which I love. The scarf is Suzanne. Added another Majuri piece, this necklace. This one is one I bought in Mexico City with Lindsay. And I like styling with a chain. This, you can put charms on it, but I've gone charmless today because I actually just really like how that circle clasp looks, but it'd be such a nice gift if you wanted to add charms for somebody as well. So I've got those two on, all of my hoops, which I love. Suzanne scarf and daughter cashmere knit. Vintage suede jacket, it's just about warm enough for this today. Arket belt, this belt is really great. It's like a double width belt. Arket jeans actually as well. Tabby boots and my Phoebe Philo bag. I don't think I'm gonna need sunglasses today, but yeah, I like this outfit. I feel very autumnal. Just gonna have lunch essentially, and it's beautiful and sunny and gorgeous in here. Right, I'm going out in quite a brave outfit, mostly because it's cold. Very cropped top. This is from Mango, cashmere jumper. Got a very good bra on underneath, which I'm going to talk about in a video soon, because if you put one arm up, it's a bit of a boob flash. These Joseph suit trousers, and then my Row loafers. Pretty standard down the bottom, but fun up top. It just feels very like, it feels like a lot of midriff on show for me, but I'm going to take a jacket, and if I'm comfortable, I'll just sit and wrap myself up in my jacket. And maybe I'll take a jumper over my shoulders as well, so I can always throw on a navy blue jumper and feel incredibly comfortable at the drop of a hat if I need to. But yeah, just trying to actually wear things that feel a bit exciting. Good morning, guys. Excuse the clang 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 sound, it's the heating. Very noisy. I'm just about to make my morning coffee. I had a very nice evening. We went to the Commerce Inn in the West Village and the food was great and the cocktails were great, and I would definitely go and eat there again. I really enjoyed it, especially in the winter months. It's like a really cozy spot, so I really recommend that. And it's Sunday today. It's a beautiful sunny day. I've been up since like 6ish, but I went to bed at 10:30, so it's not too bad, and I slept the whole way through. I very much need this coffee that I'm about to make myself. And I was just mostly actually coming to sign this one off because I've just finished editing it and it's a good length, so we don't need any more of it. But as mentioned already, all the links for everything will be in the description box. Just to reiterate again, it's the 20% off everything with minimum spend. I'll write the details in the description box until the 27th of November. Today is the 20th. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed watching it. As always, big thank you to Majuri with working with me. They're one of my favourite brands to work with because I wear their stuff all of the time. I constantly have it in my ears, not on my fingers, so it's just a really nice, seamless collaboration, it feels like, which I'm very, very, very grateful for. And yeah, I'll link the pieces that I've been wearing in the description box as well. The beginning of that always sounds like Blue Monday, new order. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.